it's Emmy. This is the channel Frugal Money Saver. How is everyone? I hope this video finds you well. We're doing good here in New York. We are in full-blown autumn. We're supposed to get snow on Friday. Well, let's not even go there. But that's what they're saying, so it's here for real. But today I am coming at you with another grocery haul. It's been 2 weeks, so we went and we did some shopping, and I also have a great autumnal apple crisp recipe that I want to share with you that came out just great. So if you're new here, welcome. So great to have you. Please stick around, hit that subscribe button. Please give this a big thumbs up. It helps Paul and I so much. Okay, so let's get talking about this haul. We didn't buy that much this week. 2 weeks ago, we did a big haul, and that was a 3-week haul. And this week, we had to pick up a couple pieces of meat and things like that. But all in all, I think it was a pretty good haul. We actually even have 2 freebies in it, which was super fun. But I will turn you around and I will show you what we got and what we spent. Like I said, this is not a big haul at all, but I did want to show you what we picked up. We got some romaine lettuce for sandwiches and salads. The russet potatoes, thank you, were finally 5 pounds for 99 cents. So I got 10 pounds for $1.98, which can't beat that. So thrilled. I got my organic celery hearts. They did not have any organic carrots, if you can believe it. So I just got a small 1-pound bag just to hold me over. You know that I love all detergent. It was $2.99. I had a $1 off coupon, so $1.99 for all. Love that. This, I was completely out of canned tomatoes. These are Italian crushed organic tomatoes. Oh my goodness, what a find. If you bought 5 cans, they were $1 a can. And for organic tomatoes, I was jumping through the roof. I was so happy. So $5 for 5 cans of organic tomatoes. We did get some bread and butter pickle chips. We were completely out of any kind of pickle, and Paul enjoys this with a sandwich. My Colavita, again, was on sale for 88 cents a pound. You know when that's on sale. I stock up. I didn't need that many, and I don't want to overbuy. So I got 2 penne and 2 bocconcini. And these are my freebies. This granola maple pecan was the Saturday sampler at Acme. So this was completely free. And then ShopRite gave me this for free. I have no idea. It's Heat and Eat fudge-filled brownie. I would never buy this ordinarily. I don't even own a microwave, but for free, I can give it to my son, and I'm sure he will really enjoy that. So my 2 freebies for the week from both stores. Both were digital coupons I was sent. I needed 2 pounds of butter, so I got 2 pounds of butter, if you can see that back there. I got fage, I believe it's pronounced. Fag? I don't know. Tell me how it's pronounced down below. Sour cream, these were 99 cents each, and they are good till January, so those will go right in the refrigerator. My Land O'Lakes eggs, I love these eggs. They were $1.77, and I had a 50-cent coupon off, so $1.27 a dozen, and they're just such good eggs, so I got 3 dozen of those. Now, we did get some meat. I did get some beautiful center cut pork chops, and they were $1.99 a pound, which was great. Now, the other package of meat was a bit of a splurge, but it looked beautiful. We got the sirloin steaks. They were $3.99 a pound on sale, and I normally would never do this, but they really looked beautiful. When I thought realistically, we're going to probably use a half a piece for each meal. So that would be like 3, 6, 9, 12, 30. So $3.50 to have a beautiful cut of meat. So I justified it, and I don't feel bad about it at all. It looks great. You should have seen how much stew meat was, how much steak was, how much ground beef was. So for $3.99 a pound, I was really happy with this. So beautiful, beautiful. This is something I bought. It was on sale, Newman's 4 cheese. What we're doing with this is, now that the holidays are coming, we tend to have a lot on our plates, a lot going around. And on nights when mama is tired and she does not feel like cooking, we can just pop this in. I prefer Newman's. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better with the preservatives and additives. And I love that it goes to charity. So for a night when mama does not feel like cooking, this will work. So we're gonna stick that in the freezer. Duncan Hines Perfectly Moist Spiced Cake Mix. I do not see this very often in my store. I love gingerbread. I love spice cake. You know that. I figured they were on sale for 99 cents. I will put it away for the holiday. So that was great. I switched over now. We're doing some veggie straws for me, for my snack for the week. And Paul picked his sour cream and onion chips. And then the Pepperidge Farm farmhouse bread was half price, so $1.99 for this beautiful loaf of bread. So there we go. It wasn't too much, but a real nice haul. Good stuff for the week. And some really nice freebies. So there we have it. The total was $59.87, so $60. So for 2 weeks, I'm fine with that. $30 a week. We have a lot of stock, you know that, in my freezer, my refrigerator, and my pantry. So we eat out of that as well. We incorporate that into our meal plans. And don't forget, I tell you this all the time, shop your home, make your meal plan before you go to the store, so that you just pick up what you need to round out your meal plan for the week. We always want to use what we have. We want a nice little stockpile, but we do want to use and rotate it as well, so nothing goes bad. Let's make this apple crisp, which is a perfect full dessert, and we've even got a little ice cream to go with it, but I didn't make the ice cream. So take a peek. Paul and I are making apple crisp together today. I pulled him into the kitchen with me. This little gadget is something that Paul's mom gave me many, many years ago, and it's an apple core and spiraler, Paul, I think that's it.
Yeah, it does this to the apple.
And it takes the core out.
Peels it. It's pretty neat.
And what we like about it is it's minimal waste of the apple too. You're taking off such a thin layer of the skin. I know some people make apple pie with the skin on. We don't prefer it that way though. And you're really just left with the core and a thin strip of skin when you're done, and we compost that. So go ahead, Paul, you work your magic.
Okay, we're gonna lock it down with the suction cup. So there, now it doesn't move. Pull this lever, bring this back.
Those little points on the end are super sharp though. So really this is...
Well, there's a lot of sharp parts. This
Yeah.
is sharp. This is very sharp.
Right.
That's sharp over
This
here.
is not a child-friendly
Yeah.
process at all.
And basically, you turn it. There's the peeler going to town. There we go.
Yay! It's super quick. It saves so much time. I didn't even know I wanted it when they gave it to me. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this? But oh, what a great little gadget. Now
And
look at that.
this.
So now we just have to cut that, and we have apples for our apple crisp.
And you just pull the core off, and there it is.
Perfect, nice and easy. Okay, so we're gonna get going now. They came out so well, look at this. So now what I'm going to do is just take the little stack and very carefully cut it right in half. That's all there is to it. And now I've got a bunch of great apple slices, and I'm putting them in my bowl. This was 7 apples. 7, I don't know, I guess they're like medium size. Just cut them in half, be very careful. And they go right in the bowl. And they come apart, and you just, it's perfect for apple pie, apple crisp like we're making, whatever it may be. So you can see the thickness. I will link the recipe down below, but you know I never follow a recipe to the T. I just see things that I think I would do differently and I do them. But I will link the recipe down below. Anytime I make something, you can always find the recipe, either a direct link to another site where the recipe is, or I will actually type it out for you. It will always be in my description box of the video. After you see the description of what the video is, then right down below the recipes will always appear. So that's where you can find them. So, okay, I've got my 7 apples. I've got a half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna sprinkle that right on top. I've got a tablespoon of flour that I'm sprinkling. I'm in a sprinkly kind of mood. It's going everywhere. And then I'm also going to put a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And this is something that the recipe did not call for, but I am adding it, is nutmeg. Just an 1/8 of a teaspoon. I think the warmth of the nutmeg just gives the apple crisp such depth. I really do. I also halved the recipe. I only had 7 apples and it needed 10 cups of apples. So I just halved the apple part, but I did keep the topping recipe full because I think the topping with the oats and the flour is actually the best part. So now I am going to mix this all together. And we're gonna coat these apples with all this goodness. I'm also separating the apples, so if I see 2 that are still together, because I really wanna get this flavor all over every apple. I have to show you this Pyrex. This is one of my favorite autumn ones. Look at the leaves and the acorns on it. Just brings such a smile, these vintage Pyrex to me. Now I'm gonna just take my apples and I'm going to layer them just like this. This couldn't be easier, actually, really. Couldn't be easier. So we're just gonna put those in. I'm just gonna scrape all this cinnamon goodness in there. Now I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of water and I'm just gonna put that over it. We like our apple crisp to have just a little bit of syrup in it. So that's just a 1/4 cup of water. I did not half the topping recipe because let's face it, it's autumn. These are delicious cinnamony apples. We need a brown sugar crumbly crust on top that is just going to send this to the moon and back again. So let's start with a cup of flour, cup of oats. I am using old-fashioned oats, but I'm sure quick oats would be just as good. It did call for a cup of brown sugar, but you know me, I'm only doing 3/4 of a cup. I'm also adding a 1/4 teaspoon baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. What I'm going to do now is take 5 tablespoons of butter. It did call for half a cup, which is 8 tablespoons, but I'm going with 5 and I think it will work just as well. And I'm going to add this all together and now we are going to mix this. And this is going to be our delicious topping. Some people do add lemon to the apples. I don't. That's just a personal preference. Some people do add a little lemon juice and I know that. Look at this topping. You could just see how good it's going to be. I'm going to do something else too. I'm also going to add a little bit more cinnamon to this. Roughly, you know, 1/8, 2/8, little bit more cinnamon because I think apples and cinnamon, the warmth of the cinnamon just brings out the flavor of those apples. And I think we're good. I'm going to use my hands now. And you can see I used a little less butter, but you can see it's still holding together beautifully. And I am going to put all this delicious crumb topping over it. You ever notice when you have something like this, it looks like a lot of topping, but when you have something like this, people never seem to ask for more apples. They always ask for more topping. So I figured this should do well. So I am going to put this in for about 45 minutes in a preheated 350 oven until the apples are tender. So this came out, we let it cool for about 30 minutes. And now I am going to plate it. Let's see what the ins. Oh my goodness, listen to this. Oh my Definitely enough crumbs. Look at this apples and juice. Can you get a shot in there too, babe? Oh my goodness. And now you know this wouldn't be complete with a little dollop of ice cream on the side. So we'll give this a taste and we wish you bon appetit. Well, that was fun. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I always keep it real on this channel. I should have used the full half cup of butter that the recipe called for. It was delicious over the top, and for us, it was perfect, but the topping was a little powdery. What I mean by that is it wasn't as crumbly. The bottom was, but then the top layer just didn't have enough moisture, enough butter in it. So it did call for a half a cup. I used 5 tablespoons instead of the 8, but maybe you want to try 6, 7, or do the whole half cup. It was delicious for us. It was over the top, really good. I always try to cut back a little bit on the fats and the sugars when I bake, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't, and I want to be real. My way isn't always the best way. So, but it was so good. Please try it. Super easy and just a perfect dessert for this time of year. So with that, thank you. I just want to keep encouraging you on your frugal journey. Do the best you can do. We all have days where maybe we stepped out of budget or we didn't save as much as we wanted. Whatever the case may be, you're doing great. I give you a big hand and applaud you for even going on this journey with us. So we love you. We wish you blessings. Until our next video, be well. Bye-bye.